for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Espinoza. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Fighting him off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Espinoza looking deep for Adams. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Espinoza. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now Lawrence to throw. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Deontay Harris. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. Oh, and now some space to operate. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Espinoza going for the deep ball. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Give to Cook out of the gun. Cook able. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On first down, Espinoza. And he's got his target, Harris. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, Espinoza flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Off play action. Espinoza pushes him over, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter, and this offense hoping to change that right here. Handoff comes to Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And he was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Espinoza. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. C.J. Uzomah. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On second down, here's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Tremble. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Derrick Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Hey, lock it. Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On second down now, it's Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Charlie. Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try to run with Hunt into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
Mike 12. Mike 12. What's the run? Yes, yes.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trevor Lawrence with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Looking to throw on second down. Espinoza. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Throwing on first down. Espinoza. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
12's the mic. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Mike 12, Mike 12. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Tommy Tremble in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Pass on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. They'll run with Hunt, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down and 8.
Let's make these babies cry. Go. Snap.
They run again with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 1st down, Espinoza. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, Espinoza eluding the pressure right. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Cook following the penalty. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence. That caught by Trimble. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. On play action, Lawrence. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Lawrence will throw. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence swings this out here for Cohen. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Mike 12, Mike 12. Hey, Sam off. Coming. Shift.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Hey. 42's the Mike. 42's the Mike. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Robert Woods, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Davante Adams, 77 yards. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Cohen now to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
You ugly, you missed the kick. I didn't realize.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This is why bitches got unrealistic expectations.
That last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
And he works it across the 25
said she met the man 3 days ago. He took her out for lunch. And then she told him it was her birthday in a couple of days. He sends her $500 on Cash App. Takes her out to some nice fancy books a hotel.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That's scary.
Lawrence. Anderson a first down and more. And all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This is, no, go the other way. Do something else. Move somebody else. I think it's 240. Oh, yeah.
Again, a run with Gainwell.
Good job.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Timeout.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
61, match box place. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got?
If you're not recording me at all times, you're doing a talking, I don't want it.
Mike 12. Watch the pass.
I don't want it.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Squeeze. Go. Hard. Look at me. Go. Spike.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Wow.
They needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
My tight end got caught up.
How the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception.
Oh, my goodness.
And I just got to think to myself at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO.
Damn.
And all those teams that talk about all gas.
He gonna throw it up to Devontae Adams off and pick it off.
Emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Make the tackle.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Again, it's Cook. Broken tackle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Come on, Scott. He will test it. I know he will.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Shifts by him, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Damn.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come
Yeah,
back
I
in
was
here and
winning
watch this one because you and
literally
I,
4
we're not
seconds ago,
going
but I
anywhere.
was
We wanna
winning
see this
and
one
had the
play
ball.
out.
And now they'll
30
empty the
seconds ago.
backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come on, man. 20 seconds. Come on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts.
Wow,
get out of bounds and
KG.
keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He'll look to throw. This is Anderson, and he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Them voices be so annoying. Do you know? Hell no. Tell me though.
Back to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some time.
So they never actually say it?
That throw, no different.
No, he
Yeah, a lot
said
of
in
people
case
call it a gutsy
the
type of a
opponent
throw.
was
I
allergic
think
to
he looks at
nuts.
it
Oh, he's ducking out niggas' heads.
And then it's him dunking on somebody.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Cucumber Curtis is today.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A final shot now for Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out deep.
Oh.
And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
That's our ball. Going the other way.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really.
Do you look fine?
Not particularly.